The Iranian-backed terrorist group Houthi has looted the PTC building in Hodeidah. A local source said Al-Houthi militia has brought in Hadiana and looted all the furniture and equipment of the PTC. The source explained that Al-Houthi militia transferred the looting to the provinces of Sana'a and Sada. Operating sources in the port of Hodeidah revealed that Al-Houthi militia looted equipment and documents in the port of Hodeidah, in addition to confiscating goods owned by traders and investors, and transporting them simultaneously, forcing them to leave the city and the port under an agreement reached by the United Nations in Sweden. An official source in the customs of Hodeidah that Al-Houthi criminal militia robbed trucks, cars and large equipment within 30 containers were allocated for an electric project in the Directorate of Bayt al-Faqih, south of the province of Hodeidah. The source confirmed that Al-Houthi terrorist militia seized the equipment and transferred them to Sada. He added that the equipment entered the port of Hodeidah in an agreement concluded with the government and the Islamic Bank in early 2014 to finance the bank to establish 3 power plants in Husseiniya and Bayt al-Faqih, and ends in the city area over 50 kilometers. Yemen has called on the UN Security Council to implement its resolutions on the situation in Yemen. In particular, Resolution 2216, which prohibits the supply of arms, equipment and military means of transport to Al-Houthis to end the conflict. Yemen stressed that the country does not need to issue further resolutions calling on Iran to stop harming and stop interfering in the internal affairs of Yemen. In a statement to the Security Council at the open meeting on the situation in the Middle East, the permanent representative of Yemen to the United Nations, Ambassador Abdullah Al-Saidi, said that the outcome of the Swedish consultations was a serious step towards confidence-building measures. The Yemeni people pointing out that the government has made and continues to make concessions, however difficult, to achieve sustainable peace based on the agreed terms of reference. Military sources in the National Army reveal that the Iranian Houthi militia continued their violations of the truce announced in the city of Hodeidah and attacked the positions of the army and the joint resistance and bombed buildings in residential neighborhoods that killed 2 citizens and wounded others, in addition to attempt infiltration. Wadah al-Dubeish, a spokesman for the brigades of Giant, said that the militia launched in the past 2 days heavy shelling of mortars on residential neighborhoods in the village of Landscape in Directorate of Hodeidah, forcing many people to flee to escape the shells that fall on the neighborhood from the positions of the Houthis. The Iranian Houthi militia in carrying out the most serious destruction of higher education in its areas of control through the decisions of a militia that empties public universities of academic minds. Recently, the Houthi militia issued a decision to dismiss 117 academics at the state-run University of Sana'a under its control at a time when its followers replaced academics. Professor Yusuf Muhammad Abdullah, Professor of Archaeology and Languages of the Arabian Peninsula before Islam, was appointed to the post, and retired Professor Hussein Al-Umari, Professor of Contemporary History, was appointed as a Professor of Modern History while he continued to perform his academic duties at the university 40 years ago. Professor Hussein Al-Umari and Yusuf Muhammad Abdullah are among the most important Yemeni academic minds, the first in the field of contemporary history and the second in the field of antiquities and language of the Arabic Peninsula before Islam. At the Mar University, the university leadership appointed by the Houthi militia dismissed 62 academics within 2 years and replaced elements of its followers who lacked academic standards as replacements. The mines of Iranian Houthi militia killed 6 civilians, including 2 children, and caused injuries to 12 other children in the At-Tuhaita district in Hudaydah Governorate. A medical source said that the Zabid Eritrea Hospital received the body of the child Ayad Hassan Marzouki, 11 years, and his brothers Abdul Nasser and Hussein, 9 years, and their older sister Fathiya Marzouki, 19 years, to the hospital hub in the city of Hudaydah to extract fragments penetrate parts of her body. In the area of the addict Hassan Ubaid and Khalil Abdul Khalil, when they detonated a motorcycle on their way to the Nasiri area in the south of the area. A young man in his 20s was also killed and 9 children were injured when a roadside bomb planted by Al-Houthi militia exploded in agricultural land.